Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Moonfall Plays. I'm Moonfall, aka Cass, coming live to you with another continuation of my attempts to complete a Living Shiny Dex. Today we're going to be going ahead and we're going to be hunting some of the starter Pokemon. There's a number of starter Pokemon that I don't have the full families for, so I decided it would be a good time to go try to hunt down some of those. Last time we did have some requests from people asking if I could put together a list of... Sorry, Ari is saying hi already. Excuse you, Ari. Thank you. If I could put together a list of what I had and what I was still looking for. So if you want to follow along, see what I have, see what I'm looking for, you can check that out in the description of this video. I do have a live list now that will be updated as I continue to catch things. So if you want to follow along, see what I have, and if you want to suggest some themes for future videos, definitely feel free. I'm always looking for suggestions on ideas for some different themes of Pokemon to go for. So Ari has decided she wants to be front and center, so you're going to lose this corner of my screen, so I apologize, but she is obviously the princess and gets what she wants. Zinsk says hi. Okay, are you ready to get some bacon? We're going to hunt some Tepigs. You excited for some bacon? You want to hunt some bacon? Okay, let's go hunt some bacon. So I did manage to get a Tepig outbreak. So let's go ahead and head that direction. And thank you, Bug Baron, for also posting the link to the live list in the chat. I appreciate that. Perfect. Let's head that way. I am being stared at by a bunch of tea. Oop, and I'm going to run right into the tea. Yes, I ran into the tea. Hi. I said bacon and now you're like, I want bacon. I know. Yes, big yawn. Okay, let's head off in that direction. She's learned now that she can sit dead center in my streams and get all the attention. That's all she wants now. Yep. I did put your chair out for you, baby. There you go. Okay. I have not gotten the Meloetta yet. Because you have to complete a specifically Scarlet and Violet version of the Dex, and a lot of the ones, while I have obviously gotten every Pokemon, I have not completed, I have not gotten a Scarlet or Violet tagged version of each one yet. So I am working on it because it's obviously a shiny I need, but I haven't sat down with my Violet yet and finished transferring everything over. So I have all the Scarlet ones over there, and I have all the Violet. I have most of the Violet ones. At this point, I'm just kind of missing some from Blueberry and some from Kitakami. So I just need to sit down and actually move them around. I do think it's really cool that they're releasing some of these never before released and shiny locked shinies into the game now. So I'm excited to see what future ones are going to be adding, just to see if we're going to have more previously unavailable mythicals or legendaries in shiny form. Where am I at? Let me check my home. Let me actually, while I'm knocking out some Tepigs, let me check my home to see how many I'm missing still, because that's going to be the question on how close I am. Let's see, home. Alton, I need you to actually keep fighting things. Where did they all go? There they are. If my home will open. What previously shiny locked Pokemon do I hope they release next? So I personally love the Miraidon and Koraidon from Scarlet and Violet. I love their designs, and I love the shiny, especially for Koraidon. So I am hoping, well, that's a more relatively recent release of a Pokemon that has been shiny locked. That is one that I want them to release. They gave us the dogs from Scarlet, from Sword and Shield during Sword and Shield era, and I just want them to give us my beloved bike. I love my little bike, and the shiny's really cool. Okay, where's my Pokedex? Pokemon. Pokedex. Where am I at? Okay. So I'm almost there with Paldea. There's a handful I'm still missing, mostly the starter Evo forms. Kitakami, I'm missing a fair amount from Kitakami, actually. I'm surprised at that. I'm at 172 out of 200. And then for Blueberry, I'm at 173 out of 240. So I do need this buckle down. Like, is obviously crossover between them, so once I transfer some of the things, it'll move over. But there are a good handful that I'm missing just because I haven't... Unfortunately, because I started focusing on doing the shiny versions, I didn't save a lot of my Pokemon in my boxes of some of the just ones I'd caught. So when, of course, they released the Meloetta, I was really excited. I'm like, yeah, let me move everything over. And then immediately proceeded to realize that I didn't have a lot of the Pokemon that previously I did, just because I didn't hold on to everything. I wasn't keeping a Living Dex anymore, just because I was shiny hunting and I was taking up all of my space. Oh, Hoopa, yeah. Hoopa's also a really cool one. Like, I think for a lot of the legendaries and mythicals, they have some really cool designs for the shinies. So, like, there's some that are just meh, but there's some that I really am hopeful that they'll be releasing sooner rather than later. So, that is something that I'm hoping they will do. And do I like or dislike shiny locks? I'm personally, like, I understand why they do it for legendaries at the start of a game when they're first released, but I wish that they would make things available and not shiny lock them in future games, or make them, like, especially if they're going to release them for special events, and then, like, okay, then the next generation you'll be able to catch them in the wild. So I wish they would do things like that. I loved how they did the Dynamax adventures in Sword and Shield, because it gave you an opportunity where if you wanted to shiny hunt some of the previous legendaries, you could. So I was hoping they would do something similar with this game, with some of the legendaries that weren't in Sword and Shield, or like with the doggos, and unfortunately we did not get that. So that's why you'll notice sometimes I'll run around and try to find Pokemon, and I'll have a legendary just chilling on my map because I haven't caught it yet, because unfortunately all the legendaries in this game are shiny locked, so I just haven't really cared super much. Eventually I'll sit down and catch them all, but I just have been like, they're shiny locked. I don't care that much. So I understand why they shiny lock. I just wish they wouldn't shiny lock all the legendaries, and then they would make them available in some capacity. So I'm hoping now that as time seems to be going on, they'll be reducing the amount of shiny locked legendaries and making it so that we'll be getting them like Meloetta or something else, and getting them through completing something in home. So I'm hopeful. And they have to figure something out, because eventually, as we get through with Pokemon Go, as they catch up on the generations and they do whatever the Go Fest events are, we're going to start running into situations where they're doing events with legendaries or mythicals that haven't been released yet in their shiny form, and the last place they really want to have them be the first releases in Go. So that's why I think they did the Meloetta, because otherwise they would run into problems in a few months if they were releasing it in Go first. People would be very pissed off. So how about you, chat? What previously shiny locked or what currently shiny locked Pokemon do you hope that they'll release in the near future? Or which ones do you want them to release? Yeah, exactly. With it coming to Pokemon Go, I definitely am like, okay, that makes sense why they do that, and it makes sense in the description why they added like, stay tuned for more releases, because I think they're going to be adding more and more as they're coming up on generations in Pokemon Go that they're going to have to release either in Pokemon Go or preemptively. Volcanion's one of your favorite type combos and also one of your favorite mythical. Nice. That's a good one. Yeah, that'd be. I think that's a pretty, like, if I remember correctly, that's a pretty, like, very obvious shiny, and I think it's pretty sweet. So, no, I definitely. There's so many shinies out there that I'm like, I can't wait for them to release some of these forms, because some of these mythicals or legendaries have really sweet shinies. And yeah, Keldeo is still locked, unfortunately. And hey, Pixie Fangs, I appreciate you popping in and saying hi. Yeah, feel free to jump in and out. I appreciate you being here. But yeah, Keldeo is still locked, so that is one that we're going to be due probably in the near future, just because we are coming up on that in Pokemon Go. If they're going to be, assume they're going to be releasing it there. Okay, we have hit my 60 count on Tepig, so let's find a place to make a picnic, and let's make some bacon-related picnic. And I probably should have checked my sandwich list again. Sparkling sandwich. I have so many tabs open. Okay, and this is a fire Pokemon, which is Red Pepper. Okay. Save. Okay. Oh yeah, Chi-Yu is another one that is a beautiful shiny, and I cannot wait for that to be released. Because I love the blue. It looks so good. So that's another one that I'm hopeful they'll be releasing before we get to another generation of games. Like, even if they just make them like events or giveaways or whatever it might be, I definitely want them to do that, because it's just a cool one. What does everyone think about the shiny Rayquaza raid? That's another. I think that's a good way, like a clever way to release the shiny without having it be a distribution that you have to go into like GameStop or something for, because we kind of see time and time again where GameStop or whenever they do physical distributions that people go and just take them all, and they either try to sell them online or they try to do it so that they can have multiples. So it becomes really hard to go get them. So I do like that they're doing it in a raid where it's like, yeah, it's just a one and done. You can go get it. We can guarantee the one per game. Anyone can do it as long as you have the ability to at least sync your game to the most recent version. And because they're doing it as a 5-star versus a 7-star, I believe, it's not going to be impossible to do for someone to do solo. So it doesn't require you to have like a whole group of people. So I do like that they're doing it in the raids as a way to distribute that, because I think that's a really cool one, and it makes sense given the show, and it makes sense that they'd be releasing it here. I just think it's a cool way to be able to distribute that without having it just be specifically a code. Pepper. 2 Herbas, and it's like yellowy. What do I have that's yellowy? Pikachus are yellowy. That's fine. I'll just put a Pikachu there. That's fine. You like that it's available for Rayquaza. Oh, Zensk. Oh god, there's so many reds. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. I hate when there's so many of these peppers. So many peppers. 5, 6. Stay on. 7, 8, 9. 1, 8, 2. Stay. 3. 1, 2, 3. Ah, it worked. Or she's probably gonna give it her special mark. Yeah, my guess is they're gonna give it I'm curious if they're gonna have what kind of if they're gonna have it do a mark, because I think it'd be really cool with the game if they made it. They gave it like, because a lot of the distributions they've done of a specific Pokemon, it had like a title of like so and so's Pikachu or so and so's Charizard or so and so's Fuecoco. So I'm gonna be curious if they add that for the show, since we know it belonged to a character in the show, or if it's just gonna be a pretty like a cool mark that they're gonna give it. Traffic light seems a little bit disproportionate. Yeah, it's a lot of red. It's saying a lot of stop. I did notice that. And yeah, code distribution's great when it's not tied to physical copies. So yeah, I do like when they give it through a code through the mystery gift, which they've done for all of the Pokemon, like the Pokemon Horizons related distributions so far. But I do like making it an event, especially, I don't know if anyone's watching the show, but in the most recent season, I think they just kind of wrapped up the season on Netflix for season 1. So the most recent season that's aired in the US, it ends with a bunch of them basically raid battling the shiny Rayquaza. So I do think it's kind of cool and appropriate that they are doing it in a raid battle here, because it really feels like a raid battle how they're doing it. Okay, let's find some bacon. Bacon. And we need 2 bacons. I have 1, so we need 2 more bacons. So let's see if we can find 2 bacon bits. I think I'm all the way over here. Dang, okay. Is that? No, that's not the shiny. I was like, that looked a little weird, but I think it's just in a shadow. Squirtle, you are not a fire type. What are you doing here? Hopefully it shouldn't be too hard to spot. It is pretty obvious of a shiny. Why are there so many water types spawning? Whoop, as I run right into a non-shiny. Run away! Okay. Up the hill, down the hill. Circle around. Do it all again. You are definitely not a fire type. When I was prepping for the stream, hi Ari, when I was prepping, and obviously Ari is all up in my business, Jessie, who typically doesn't like to come in here while I'm doing stream stuff, decided that she was mad at me for coming in here and not being out snuggling her, apparently, because she came in here and just started yelling at me nonstop. And I'm like, Jessie, I can't. I'm in the middle of something. And she's like, no, I want snuggles. I'm like, you can appear on stream. I'm sure everyone would love to see a cat that's not Ari all up in my camera. But Jessie is like, nope, I'm good. I'm gonna chill over here, doing my own thing, and I don't need to be seen on camera. Instead, she just stares at me from the doorway, and it's just like, you still streaming? You still streaming in there? That's not the shiny, right? Yeah, no, it's not. Okay. Nighttime is making things really weird. I cannot tell what color anything is. It's true. Everyone does love to see Ari, and Ari loves to be the center of attention. But I'm sure people are also would love to not have Ari be all up in the middle of the camera all the time. Not that she wants to hear that. Ari can star on the stream and all the other kitties can guest star. Ari knows she's the star of the stream. Like, she knows. I just need to put little Team Rocket patches on everybody and she'll take over everything. Because between Ariana and Giovanni, the Rocket takeover is real, and then Jesse, James, and Meowth, they're like, I'd rather be napping. Like, I just want to eat my food and take a nap. They want nothing to do with the major takeover of the stream channels. It's too much work. They've been fighting a Pikachu. They don't want anything. They don't want anything to do with having to do anything else. Little ID badges and lanyards they can play with. Unfortunately, they do like to try to steal ID badges. The amount of times that I've had to take away my work badge from them, they've already tried to walk off with it before. They do need Little Rocket uniforms. It's true. I think Gio and Ari would wear the uniform. Ari would sulk a little bit, but Gio would proudly wear it. He loves his little bow tie when I put it on him and his little tie. Jesse and James would throw an absolute riot if I tried to put anything on them. They would be like, hell no. But I did used to have, their collars used to be matching their Team Rocket, like their hair colors for the Team Rocket characters. For obvious reasons. Meowth doesn't need anything. She's a cat. She is a Meowth. She doesn't need any identification. She's fine the way she is. They want to belong and have corporate identity. Oh, now I'm going to make all my cats Little Rocket ID badges. Yep, this is going to happen. For that little while, we did have the Rocket headquarters, a series of cardboard boxes that I had taped together to create a little series of like a big compound of cardboard buildings that had that I sharpied Rocket headquarters on the side. Unfortunately, it did get pretty wrecked by the kids being a little too rough with their playing, but for a while, I did have a Rocket headquarters. Now we've decided to move them to a series of small individual-sized houses, though the new house they got for this winter does fit 2 of them in that we discovered today, as Ari and Gio both shoved themselves inside of it at the same time. I do have James-colored hair now. It's true, I do have James-colored hair, and James has always been my absolute favorite character from Team Rocket, so it makes sense. Even before, like, I grew up and wanted to just be who I am, I wanted to cosplay James. Like, James was just goals, because I loved him. So, they do not need a casino. The last thing my children need is casino. They already do enough white-collar crime. They do not need to add in the ability to add embezzlement and fixing cards as part of their crimes. can't do white collar crime if they don't have collars on. You know, that sounds like something my cats put you up to. That sounds like something they would say. Now Bug Baron is enabling the rocket to blast off. Okay, there's got to be bacon here somewhere. I need people to start manifesting some bacon. I'm not saying they hired you. They just pay your fee in beans. Yeah, you know, I should have expected that. I should have expected that. Come on, there's got to be bacon here somewhere. Come on, little bacon. Should not be this hard to find some sparkly bacon. Wait, no, that's not sparkly bacon. Never mind. It looked different colored for a second there, but it was in fact not different colored. Come on, chat. I need to manifest some bacon here. Everyone, bacon's in the chat. So I was able to find one when I was just doing my initial catch one from like when I was just wanted one of each shiny when I was just initially catching everything. I hunted to say like, okay, could I get one? And weirdly, actually no, I didn't hunt it at all. It showed up while I was hunting Litten. So I didn't actually hunt it myself. Now that I'm thinking about it, I hunted Litten because I had a Litten outbreak, and it showed up during my Litten outbreak. So I don't know if it was this difficult previously because I have not had that hunt before. I'm hoping that like this is an outbreak, and usually outbreaks are pretty good, but sometimes they can be a little stubborn. I had reset the game until I got an outbreak I needed. So this was the one that popped up when I was like, okay, I'm gonna hunt starters. What will show up for me? And I was like, you know what? Let me see what I can find. And it showed up, and I was like, perfect. It was the first starter I needed that showed. But obviously, it's being a little bit of a grump pig. Not really a grump pig, but a grumpy pig. I see that Zinsk is manifesting some BLTs. But I looked through my chart to see... Was that? No, that's not shiny. I turned and ran right into it. I had looked through my chart when I was trying to figure out what I needed. So I'm hoping that the ones that I'm searching for today aren't too bad. I know that last time we tried to do Chikorita, it was a pain in the butt and it didn't show up. So I do have that on the list for today, but it's not high on the list for today just because I was hoping for an outbreak of it. So it is on the list, but not very high. I'm hoping that we can get 2 little bits of bacon so that way we can jump over to doing some Torchic, because I don't have any of the Torchic line, I realized, which was absolutely shocking to me, because I definitely thought I had at least one of them. So I did look up and figure out where the cave is that they spawn. It's the only place that you can like really truly isolation spawn them. But it's apparently pretty easy to shiny hunt them in that cave, so at least I have an option at that point, so hopefully that will make it a little bit easier. So I'm hoping that once we get some bacon, we can head that direction. May all your bacon burn. Yeah, it feels like that right now. I'm just kind of like wishing burnt bacon on these pigs, right? But maybe that's why it doesn't want to show up. It's like, no, you're threatening us with burnt bacon. So chat, how are you all doing today? It's Wednesday, you know, halfway through a week. We're getting there. Hopefully the weather isn't too bad by you. I know it's been really up and down for a lot of people the last week. Yeah, these are burnt bacon. You're not wrong. They are definitely some burnt bacon, at least on the edges in their ears. They definitely got some burn. It's rainy and gross out. Yeah, it's rainy and gross here. At least it's not snow, but I was hoping for not rainy and gross, because that just, you know, brings your day down. Poor Apollo did not appreciate the thunder. Yeah, I was not expecting there to be thunder last night. I was sitting on the couch and I looked, and all the cats ran over to the window, and I was like, I wonder what they're looking at, because my cats are absolute snoops. They will snoop on all the neighbors. If there is anything that is worth snooping on in the neighborhood, my cats will know about it. They will go to the window and they will snoop on anybody. When we lived in an apartment, my cats would go out of their way to like hang over the edge of a balcony to watch out of the tiny window on top of our door. Like my cats are absolute snoops. And so last night, when all the cats ran to the window, I was like, okay, what is going on outside? They've got to be snooping on something, and the tea's got to be piping hot. If all 5 cats were like, ooh, outside. And then all of a sudden, I'm looking out the window, and I just see a big flash, and I was like, what was that? Like, either it's a storm, or like maybe a power line went out or something, and there was just like a fuse box that blew, and then a second later it was thunder, and I was like, oh, I see all the cats went to watch the thunder. Apparently I watched the lightning, which I was like, okay, that's bizarre. So I was not expecting my cats to be snooping on a storm. Get the kitten some tiny binoculars. Yeah, you know, they're big snoops. I don't know. It's like the TikTok meme of, oh no, my battery, it's low. Where's my charger for my... There we go. Hold on one second. The downside of using a wireless controller is I forgot to charge it. That's fine. I have a charger. Is that charging? Well, hopefully it's charging. It's flashing like it's charging, so I'm hoping. Okay. It's like the TikTok meme of the people who are snooping on their neighbors by like vacuuming the shutters or their front porch or whatever it is, of just all that trend. And that is absolutely my cats, where they will find some reason to be like, I'm going to look out the window and just watch you and figure out what the heck's going on. So they're just absolute gossips, and absolutely just here for the piping hot neighborly tea. Ari ate the charger. You know, I wouldn't put it past her. She's gotten a little bit better as long as the cord is not wrapped in fabric. If the cord is wrapped in fabric, it's a goner. We cannot have fabric wrapped cords in our house. Come on, you can climb a hill. It's not that steep. There's gotta be something. Be some bacon somewhere. No, you're not bacon. Well, you are bacon, but you're not the bacon I want. I want me some maple bacon. Come on. All I want for shiny messes, some burnt bacon, some burnt bacon, some burnt bacon. All I want for shiny messes, some burnt bacon. Where are you? Come on, little piggy. I have not had a first sandwich fail in a while, so come on. You know you wanna show up. You wanna be nice. Here, little piggy, little piggy. Here, little piggy. This is wild. I have not had no spawns in a while on my first sandwich. Like, it was bound to happen. The law of averages is definitely against me when it comes to shiny spawns. So eventually I was going to get more sandwiches where the first sandwich did not yield a shiny, but it's been a little while since I've had one of those, so always sucks when that happens. We're not out of it yet. We still have 3 minutes. Thank you for the bacon in the chat, Pixie Fangs. I appreciate it. May that summon the shiny, I hope. Geo, can I have some lucky beans? No. Giovanni, may I request some lucky beans, please? Yeah? Hold on. You have something to say? You have something to say, Gio? Come here. You started saying something. Come here, baby boy. You want to say hi? Can I have lucky beans? Come here, baby. You squeaked at me. Come here. Oh, no, you squeaked. You want to be on camera? Can you say hi? You're like, no, I don't want to be on camera. Can I have the lucky beans at least? No? Okay. I guess no lucky beans for me. I was hopeful. He yelled at me, so I was hoping that he was bringing me the lucky beans, but apparently he was saying no lucky beans for me. I did not give him bacon, so therefore no lucky beans. Oops, I run into... Geo Zinsk says hi. Can't just put a crime lord on camera. I know, what was I thinking? I have to blur his face and use a voice changer, obviously. I got the lucky butt, that should be enough. Well, let's see. Let's see if the lucky butt summons me a shiny. Because the other day when Ari came on camera, she got me a shiny right away, Geo. So you have a lot to live up to with your baby sister there. Ah, he doesn't want to be on camera because it's bath time. He has to groom after eating. He did just have dinner, so makes sense. Come on. Way to foster a sibling rivalry. They already have a sibling rivalry. What do you say? Like, they're such siblings. They were fighting over who got to have the gingerbread house earlier today. And a competitive sibling rivalry keeps things exciting, right? I don't have siblings, so I don't actually know if that's how... I don't actually have any evidence to that, but, you know. Okay, that was the end of my sandwich. Nothing has spawned. So I'm going to restart the game so I don't lose my sandwich. So chat, do you think I should stay with the bacon, or do you think I should try to go get Torchic? Pop it in the chat while I grab a tissue because my nose is hating me right now. So give me 1 second. I realized saying pop it in the chat, then I can't see the chat. So pop it in the chat. Oh, now I can see the chat. Oh, sometimes it fights me if I do be right back. So I'm going to do be right back. And then pop in the chat if you think I should go for the piggy or the bird. Okay, I am back. Let's see if my chat comes back or if I was too long then. Sometimes my chat comes back after I do the BRB, sometimes it doesn't. So give me a second to see if I can view the chat, because it is not wanting me to view the chat right now. There it is. Okay, we have, you go for some fried chicken. Okay. So we have 1 vote for piggies, 2 votes for fried chicken. So I think we're going to switch up to the fried chicken. This dry weather is killing my nose, so I apologize. Should have BRB again. Okay, let's. Whoop. Good job, democracy. And please to announce that chicken won the popular vote, so it also won the Electoral College. Okay, let's go for some This weather is absolutely destroying my sinuses. It bounces between warm and cold so much that my sinuses just do not know how to handle it. Okay, so Torchic spawns in a cave. It's right here. So let's see if it will spawn there. My chair is like, just the height. Okay, there we go. Now I can actually lean backwards and still be on camera. Yay. I want to fly. Fly, my pretty fly. Chicken feed. Yes, please summon the chickens. Feels like a warm water bottle to hug it. That's adorable. Okay, I love that. Okay, so there's a cave somewhere up here. I just need to figure out exactly where. No, that is very cute. I love when Pokemon entries are just like, these Pokemon are incredibly huggable and it is the best thing in the world and they cure depression. And I'm like, yes, I would like to hug something that would cure my depression. That would be great. I need you to climb the hill. I need you to climb. Why won't you climb it? Okay, fine. We'll fly. Or not. Why do I seem incapable of climbing this thing right now? Okay. Is this the Torchic Cave? No, this is... yes, this is absolutely where all the Torchic spawn, right in this little spot. Okay, so it's not this cave, but it's somewhere over here. Mice for the chicken feed. That's awful. Why can't you climb? Okay, so let's see if I can find this cave. We're gonna jump and we're gonna fly. It's the one I had looked at before. Is this it? No, that's not a cave. Why are we crash and burn? Okay, hold on a second. I have it. I have a picture. Hold on a second. It is. Right where I am, basically. I know it's obviously not that cave, so let's see. Okay, why do you lack the ability to fly right now? Fly. There we go. We're gonna circle this cliff until we find this cave. Yes, Gio? Do you know where the cave is? Are you gonna tell me? Or are you gonna make me have to find it myself? Yes. Are you saying I went past it? I know I went past it. I just don't know where it is. Okay, look at them. He's telling me all the shiny secrets. Well, if he would tell me where this cave is, I would appreciate it. Because we know it's not this tiny one. This tiny one is not a full cave. This tiny one is just a hole. So it's not that. Put Geo back on. Geo, you're being summoned. If you would like to respond, come back. Otherwise, you know, don't. Ah, so many large things. Watch this cave be like down here, and I just went right past it. Like that one. I think this is the cave. Okay. So I have to clear out this cave first. Why won't you attack anything? Yep, there's a Torchic. Okay, so this is the room where the Torchic spawn. So now I just have to clear everything out of this cave. I don't know where he went. He yelled at me and then he left, so I don't know what that was about. Oh, well, I can't punch that. We're gonna... See, now you have Secret Channel stuck in my head. Stop raising your defense. It's annoying. Oh, let me change my... While I'm fighting this thing, let me change my picture. At least semi-accurate. Okay. Battle. Punch it. He already had dinner. He's already had dinner. Since don't listen to his lies. He had dinner. I heard it. I heard him get dinner. So I know it's a lie. Okay, well, actually I don't necessarily need to clear out too much in here because I'm gonna do a picnic and it's all gonna respawn anyways. Okay, so I need to make a fire sandwich. Ah, I have to do the picnic outside the cave. Okay, let's go outside the cave to do the picnic. There's plenty of space for my Pokemon, excuse you. Fine, we will go to the bottom of the slope, we will have a picnic, and then we will come back, and we will find fried chicken. I don't know. Oh, I see, he's never been fed before in his life, ever. Ever, right? Never. Yeah. Fry sit here making sandwiches, yes. Ah, wrong button. Okay, well they obviously didn't like bitter, so let's do some salty. And let's do a little star. And once again to create a walking red flag of a sandwich. Or I guess a walking red pepper of a sandwich. my pepper. Well, let's hope that doesn't mess me up too badly. Pennies a day you can feed a poor rocket executive. Yep. I mean, he and like other rockets are all my pennies go to, so it makes sense. Let's fingers crossed that losing one pepper did not mess me up too badly, because I would like to not have to restart my game. A Tasty Cass original. No. Okay. No. Good thing that I didn't make a sandwich. And I just, I just got here and then my game crashed. Just got here and my game crashed. Didn't make a sandwich or anything. Nope, not at all. We were here talking about Giovanni. Okay. Do 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 boo do bottom do 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 do. And now for the first sandwich. Yes, the first sandwich I've made in this hour-long stream. Totally, it's the first one I've made so far. Okay, let me go make this down the hill because it doesn't like to be made up here where it's nice and slopey. Okay. Picnic. Stop shivering and set up your table. It's your fault for not wearing a jacket. Okay. I'm saving myself a headache, and I have enough salty. I'm just gonna... I don't want to stack a million peppers. I have enough salty, it's fine. I can put bread on the top. How's that? It's a delicious looking salt and bread sandwich with a little bit of pepper. I should have a sandwich counter too. No one needs to know the failures of my sandwiches. No one needs to know that. There's far too many to count. I would break the counter, it would reset, I would not have enough digits. This is not an accurate traffic light. What? I guess I'm doing the full regular method because apparently it does not want to do it for the salty method. Don't know why that didn't work. Typically it works. Or just fire the weird one that you don't have to do too salty. You just too salty and something else. I don't know. This is what I get. This is what I get. Nope, I should not have skimped on the stoplight. So therefore I will not skimp on the stoplight. I will do a full traffic light just for you, Zinsk. And for the, encounter power. Because that's also important. Let's try this again. Third time's the charm, right? I mean, first time. First time's the charm. First time's the charm. are taking your sweet time loading. So it was sparkling fire, but it was experience point fire, not encounter power. And so I need the encounter power to force the spawns in here. So because of that, I had to reload it. You're not the shiny, okay. Making sure there for a second. This game is getting slower and slower. I've definitely noticed that. I feel like it takes longer to load things now. Okay, 1, 3, 1. 2 bitter. The sunrise flower. Okay. Now we begin this abomination of a sandwich. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh, I almost lost that pepper. But it stayed. And dude, missing, yes. Yeah, I'm trying to force those chicken nuggets to spawn, so unfortunately to get the KFC to show up, I do need the encounter power. Okay. Yeah, Zen's, that's exactly what these stoplights look like. Okay. Fingers crossed, everybody. Fingers crossed. Sparkling, title, encounter. Yay, it worked. First, definitely not third. First time's the charm. Okay, back up the hill. This way. This way's to the top of the hill. It's so many bunnies. It was just all the bunnies. Now you want chicken nuggies. Okay, so what people have said is the way to do this is you back up into the wall as far as you can go till you can't see your person anymore. And you just send your Pokemon out to just attack them. Alton. You have to attack them for this method to work. Okay. Chickens don't drive, they don't care if the peppers are in traffic light orb, and how do the chickens know when to cross the road? The problem is the chickens don't know when to cross the road, and that's why we run into problems with the chickens. Because they just stop the flow of traffic. Okay, I killed all the chickens. They're supposed to respawn. What happened to all the chickens? Okay, I have to be in this corner, I think. So Alton, go do your thing. I'm gonna go hide in this corner. And this should hopefully continuously respawn until a shiny shows up. Hopefully. They claimed the same thing about the Applins, and we saw how that went. So, we'll see how this goes. We're just gonna stare at this until it happens. That one tiny little chicken is so cute. Alton, you're just standing there. Okay, Alton or not. Yeah, he has to do all the hard work, you know. Such is the job of Breloom. He has to carry the whole revolution on his back. No. Downside is these things are tiny and yellow. Just keep knocking out tiny chickens. Okay, let's see if we can get these. When you order a 20-piece McNugget, but your mushroom keeps killing them, yeah. And they're all staring at me. Why are you staring at me? Leave me alone. I didn't do anything to you. Go away. Okay. The tiny McNugget. The tiniest of McNuggets. Look at this little guy. Look at that tiny McNugget. Aww. He's snack-sized. Okay, you guys need to back off. Going back into my corner. More of you spawn. A cuddle puddle of Torchic? That sounds amazing. They want me to feel guilty. Yeah, they want to make me a vegetarian, apparently. Okay. I imagine it's, I agree. I think it's like being under a giant, very comfortable, very warm weighted blanket. And that sounds incredible, and I want to live there. A cheap and hitting heated blanket, yes. Cheap, cheap. Cheap, cheap indeed. Unfortunately, heated blankets, and between heated blankets and weighted blankets, they are not cheap, cheap. Alton. Alton. I'm being threatened by a chicken McNugget. Don't be a kid. Alton, keep going. I need you to keep fighting. I need you to keep fighting the good fight. Get a free burger and a snitch fee. Don't make me stick Breloom on you. Between Breloom and Amoonguss, I was not expecting this to be the year of social justice mushrooms, but apparently it is. Come on, little birdie. We just want a little birdie. Actually, we need 3 little birdies. Shrooms know what they're doing. Yeah, they do. God, stop staring at me. Stop looking at me. Turn around. Just go the other way. I don't want to look at you. Stop looking at me. I'm just gonna do this. No. I'm doing this to not have to look at you. I'm going up. I'm going slightly up, and I don't have to look at you. See? No, stop jumping into my screen. Yes, you. I'm talking to you. God, there's more of them. Why are the McNuggets taking a stand? Oh god, they're surrounding me. Alton. Alton, I need assistance. Alton, I need assistance. Thank you. They backed me into a corner. Okay, getting chased down by some chickens. Back into the corner. I don't know where Alt went off to, but it's fine. Next round of chickens. Try leaving the cave and coming back in. Sitting in the corner seems to just getting me stared at. No, these monkeys are shiny, right? Nope, good, okay. Back into my corner. Let's see if I can get them to spawn. You guys spawn so slowly. Oh my gosh. No, Prelude. Oh, Oh, that's because the shiny was there. Thank you, Alton. I appreciate that. Thank you. Come here, little KFC. What ball do I want to put torch again? I'm gonna look at the line looks like. Actually, I think a repeat would look nice with full Evo. Oh, welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining. I know, I'm yelling at Alton as he finds the shiny for me, of course. I need you to get in the ball. Come on, Torchic. There we go. First Torchic down. 2 more to go. Okay, first Torchic. Save. Okay. Oop, nope, I don't want to start a picnic. I don't want to start a picnic. We're going for more chicken. We're going for some more chicken here. We're going to return to our little corner. Away from the chicken corner. Oh no, they're following me now. Alton, the chickens are here. Alton, the chickens are here. Alton, this is the happy meals here. Okay, there we go. I can escape from my corner. Okay. Let's keep going, see if we can get the full family. Okay. Back to my corner. Thank you, and good luck with your Living Shiny Dex too. How are you doing on it? Getting some good catches? They are a little chicken formation, it's true. But yeah, I love hearing about people doing Living Shiny Dex. I think it's a really cool project, and I'm excited that more people are doing it because it's a lot of fun. So I love hearing about how people's hunts are going. Now they're following me. That's fine. Alton can deal with the ones that are far away first. Little chicken armies. The little chicken armies. Take care of these little guys so we can reset the... Fight some chicken fight clubs. Chicken fight club. Okay, oh God, they're coming. They're following. They're coming. They're coming. Oh Lord, they're coming. Chickens absolutely have armies. I was on Chicken Army TikTok. I don't know what you're talking about, but Chicken Army was definitely a whole side of TikTok for a good chunk of time, and they have formations. So excuse usins, chicken armies are a thing, and they're scary. They have wings. I'm mad at you for that one. I'm mad at you. I'm so mad at you for that. Nice. So you've got about 10 boxes in Scarlet Violet, taking a break from that to hunt legendaries, though, in Dynamax Adventures, Pogo, and BDSP. Nice. Yeah, I go back and forth. Sometimes I do Dynamax Adventures, but I'm trying to make sure, I'm trying to finish up a little bit more of Scarlet and Violet before I do some more Dynamax Adventures. They're nice low-key streams. And sometimes I just, if there's some that I don't really care about, I just do it while I'm watching TV, where I'm just like, let me just do something with my hands. But no, it definitely sounds really like, it's fun to do some shiny hunting for those legendaries, especially because you get like this really nice joy of finding, when you find them. So that's awesome. I'm, definitely, would love to hear about your, hunts in the future. So thanks for coming and watching this stream, and hopefully you stop in on future ones. I'd love to hear your updates on if you're successful in finding some of your legendaries and some of your other shinies. In fourth grade, your fourth grade teacher used to talk about visiting his grandparents' farm. The chickens used to chase him around. Chickens are violent. Chickens, like Zin said earlier, chickens were dinosaurs and they remember it. And so they absolutely are vicious creatures. Like it's wild. Come on. I think Alton's tired of chickens. There's always one that follows. There's always one. Let's see if we get any more that spawn. Excuse me. I need to reset Alton's fight. On Alton, we're still fighting. We're still fighting. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate you liking and subscribing. I do really appreciate that. I really just been enjoying sharing my shiny hunting adventure, so I definitely appreciate that. In the description, I have created a little like live link of what I have caught so far and what I'm hunting. So if you ever want to see like where I'm at, you can always go check that out. Because I'm going to be doing some shiny hunts for some legendaries probably in the near future, because I want to switch things up a little bit. I've been doing a lot of outbreaks, but I do want to jump back to Dynamax Adventures. Gotta go back to rating how bad the NPCs are. And for those who are around when I did my last Dynamax Adventure stream, when I was rating all the NPCs and how awful they were, I did find my whiteboard, so I'm ready to start an actual rating of how bad these NPCs are, because some of these are bad. Some of them are so bad, and Sean will forever be on the bottom of my list. So Sean will join the bottom of the whiteboard. See if we can get more chicken nuggets. Come on. Yeah, I'm currently sitting at what? I have my number. If I count the one I just caught, I am at 682. So I am more than halfway there, which is really exciting. So I have a lot of, when I start counting in some of the alternate forms, like the unknowns and the Vivilions and everything, that definitely jumped up my list pretty significantly, but I'm hoping that hunting those won't be too bad. The unknowns are definitely going to be a nightmare, but I'm hoping the butterfly hunt won't be too bad. Yeah, I didn't live update from right now just because I haven't decided if I'm evolving the Torchic yet. Depends on how many I catch. So if I catch all three, then I'll probably I'll evolve them up and I'll put the table. But I usually try to update them at the end of the stream, so that way I know where I'm at. I'm annoyed because this week I got a bunch of shinies in Pokemon Go that just were random ones. It wasn't like I was doing any specific like calm hour or anything, or calm day or any sort of spotlight hour. And every shiny I got was one I already had, and I was like, really, really, why you gotta play me like this? It just was laughing at me. Like, I do not need more Swablues. Seriously, I have so many Swablues, I don't know what to do with them. Come on, we can have some more. My little chickens. Thank you. Yeah, I've been really proud of the shiny hunt. It started off as just hey, I like collecting shinies in Arceus, and then I was getting a bunch in Pokemon Go, and then I was just like, you know what? Let's see what I can get in Scarvi, and I've had some pretty good luck. Are most of my shinies come from Pogo? I would say probably I can actually tell you. So I have hold on one second. Select all. Okay. So I have currently 135 shinies in Pogo that I haven't moved over to home yet because I can only transfer 5 a week, which is really annoying. In home, I have 142. So 142 plus 130, what did I say? 138, 35. So less than half, I would say, probably, what, that's at 300? A little less than 300 come from Pokemon Go. The rest have been caught. Most of them have been in Scarlet and Violet. So Scarlet and Violet, I'm at. Let me pause. I'm not wasting my sandwich. Let's see. I don't count Legends Arceus, so I don't count Pogo. don't count blanks. So, yeah, 316 of my shinies come from Scarlet and Violet. So, more than half have been Scarlet and Violet. Actually, no, that's less than half. About half has been Scarlet and Violet. A little less than half has been Go. And then I had a fair amount from Legends Arceus, a couple from Sword and Shield, and then a couple scattered from like BDSP, and I had one in X and Y. So I'm probably about half them have been coming from Go, but usually those have been ones that aren't catchable, or for the most part they've been ones that aren't catchable in Sword and Shield. I've been trying to do a lot more of my hunting in Sword and Shield because, or not Sword and Shield, in Scarlet and Violet, just because I really have fun doing the shiny hunting, like you said. It's a lot of fun. So yeah, about half and half then. About half have been from Go and half have been from elsewhere. I will say Go is probably the easier place to hunt the legendaries. I have been doing Dynamax adventures as well, because I do find that fun. And not all the shinies are easy to get in Go. Either they're legendaries that, at this point, I think most of them have become available, but there's still some of the Ultra Beasts I don't think have become available. So being able to do the Ultra Beasts in Dynamax adventures is definitely easier than trying to go back and shiny hunt them in Sun and Moon, or waiting for them in Pogo. Plus, you can't control when these raids show up, and sometimes you're really lucky. I definitely had, I think it was Uxie, that I did 6 raids and I got 3 shinies in 6 raids. So sometimes I have really good luck with shinies in raids, and other times I can't think of how many I did. I did double digits of Zamazenta raids and had no luck whatsoever. Got a second shiny Zacian, but no Zamazenta, so I was lucky that I was able to have get that traded to me in exchange for the Zamazenta, or the Zacian. But yeah, sometimes you can have really good shiny luck in Go. Sometimes it's just a pain to try to get them, so it really ends up depending. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I definitely love shiny hunting, and I definitely Dynamax adventures. Some of them are just easier with a group, so I definitely agree. And because those NPCs are really bad sometimes, so definitely I will keep that in mind if I'm looking to do some Dynamax adventures and I'm really angry at NPCs. I can definitely let you know. There's some of them I won't even do with the CPUs because they're just so bad. Zygarde, I refuse to do with the NPCs because they make the stupidest mistakes, and that one you cannot mess up, because once it gets to the 100% form, you're done. You got a perfect Zamazenta, nice, and then a shiny on the next on your birthday, nice. See, that's awesome. See, sometimes you get really good luck. Like I've definitely gotten some hundos in Go, and I've gotten some. Why do these chickens look so demonic? Is it just me, or do these get darker? Did these like get super dark now and look demonic? Like, why are their eyes glowing so much? What happened? I'm so confused. Did something happen? Did these chickens declare war? What is going on? Yeah, sometimes you can get, I've gotten some hundos in like legendaries. They're really exciting. And then of course with my luck, every time I get a shiny, it's like the worst stats ever. I can never get a good shiny. And yeah, the more flashbacks from those Zygarde, that Zygarde was, Pixie Fangs was trying to help me get it, and it was bad. It was a mess. And I have one shiny Zygarde that I got from distribution back in Sun and Moon, or technically Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, but I wanted to get 2 of the forms to have one in one in 10%, one in 50%. And so I need a second one, and I'm not looking forward to going back to that hunt, because it was not fun. Yeah, Zygarde and the Dynamax adventures, you definitely need people for sure. You definitely need people on your side that you can talk to, because you need to be able to coordinate exactly what Pokemon you're getting and where you're going, and it's annoying. It's definitely not an easy task. I tried to have my husband help me, and the two of us were just struggling. We couldn't do it with the two of us successfully. We finally gave up, and we're like, nope, you need 3 or 4 at least. Seriously, these chickens got demonic looking. I don't know what happened to the lighting in this cave, but they are not gonna be great. So I only ended up counting 2 of the Zygardes on my list, just because where is it on my list? Zygarde. So on my document when I'm looking at it, so with Zygarde specifically, it's one of those things where you can have the 10% form and the 50% form in your box as such. So you can have them specifically in those forms ahead of time. But the 100% form, you can't preemptively have it in that form. It only does it when it's in battle for the ability. So luckily I only need 2, just because of the way that the forms work when you're storing them at home. So thank goodness, because I would not want to do a third. I would cry. I would cry if I had to do a third. Has a badge if you catch the shiny. Nice, that's awesome. See, at least they recognize that it is a pain in the butt, because I have been unsuccessful in getting it through the Dynamax adventures. Like I said, the only reason I have it is because of the distribution. If it wasn't for that, I would not be already having one. But yeah, luckily in that case, that is something that only shows up in the 2 forms at home. So thank goodness on that, because I would cry. I'm already crying over Furfrou, because trying to do that because the only place that you can get shiny Furfrou in all the forms are in Go, and then move them over to home. You can't move them from other games to home in their forms. They revert back, or in the one game it's been in. You can't in X and Y, but if you move it from X and Y over to home, it reverts to its standard, so you can't move it. So you can only place that you can move shiny Furfrou from is specifically from Go, and I'm not looking forward to that. I don't have any yet. And yeah, so here, let me just kind of display. So on the spreadsheet, let me go back to my spreadsheet. I'll pull it up on the screen. Hold on 1 second. Give me 1 second to share my screen. Change my screen settings. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna share my screens. Okay, so I'm going to add a source. Add a source. I want to add display capture. Add source. Oh, no, it's not that. Help if I remembered. Add source window. There we go. Okay, let me pull this up quickly. Let me make it bigger. Okay, let me not put that over my face. We'll put it down here. This works. Okay, so you can kind of see as I block out my face. Hold on 1 second. I'd like to have people see my face. Thank you. There we go. Okay, so I have my spreadsheet, and with it, I specifically made it so that you can see the different forms that I'm hunting. So yeah, in this case, if I go down to unknown, you can see all the different unknown forms that I'm currently hunting. And same thing with Vivian. If you get down to the Vivians, which are, keep going, you can see all the different forms, Flabébés, but I did specifically, I have my not hunting list. So these are ones that specifically, and you can see in the note, are either shiny locked, were distributed in past events that currently aren't available because they're no longer distributable, or no longer, like, they're codes you can't get, so they're no longer obtainable by legal means, are only acquirable through specific Pokemon Go or like Terra, Scarlet and Violet raids. So things like Deoxys, you can only get them because I don't have access. Like the older games, you'd have to do multiple playthroughs to get every form, and they have to shiny hunt individually, and I'm not doing that. I, unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, my sanity would not handle that. So, variety of reasons. I have all the different reasons listed here. And I do have, you can see Furfrou here with my little reason of ha 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 ha. Because the only way that you can get Furfrou is specifically in Go. Change it to the form in Go, and then move it over to home. So I would need to get, how many is this? I would need to get 9 different Furfrous. And then, 10 different Furfrous, because I need a base form also. I need to get 10 different shiny Furfrous, and then I would need to travel to all of these places and change their form. So I've decided that in order to make this a possible and completable task for me, because right now it is not possible to get some of these Pokemon, and I would like to have this be a challenge that is an obtainable goal. So I have marked the Furfrous as ha 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 ha, because sure, if I get some of the shinies, I will move them over, but I am not going to drive myself to a point of insanity in trying to get them when it would be incredibly difficult and unreasonable for me to try. So for my personal list here, I only have 1 on there. So I have specifically where is it? I just saw it here. I just have the base form. So if I get a shiny Furfrou, that will qualify me for my personal challenge. So I just need 1 because I don't want to absolutely hate myself. So yeah, so maybe one day I'll try to add them, but for now the Furfrous are staying over here. But because things like the Vivillons are now, for the most part, with the exception of the one shiny locked form, are all huntable in Scarlet and Violet, I am going to be trying to hunt those down. Same, like the Flabébés are all available. The ones that are going to be the most obnoxious are going to be the unknowns, just because I either have to get them in Go during specific events, or I have to try to hunt them in, or I have to hunt them in BDSP. Not BDSP, oh my gosh, in Legends Arceus. So I'm planning on trying to hunt them in Legends Arceus, and hopefully I can try to get them all. But yeah, so yeah, I try not to drive myself to the point of insanity by being like, yes, I'm going to get all the Furfrou forms, because I know that's just never going to happen for me. But yeah, so this has been my little project. It started off as hey, I'm just going to collect shinies, and it turned into, I think I want to get a full Living Dex. So that's how I ended up where I'm at. But yeah, so I've been very proud of what I've managed so far, and I'm excited to keep going because it's been a big fun challenge. Yeah, I have a single shiny unknown from Go also. It's the U that I managed to get. I thought I had more than that, but I checked in my Go and I didn't, so I must not have. I swore that I had more than 1. So I don't know what happened there, but yeah, I swore I had more than 1, but yeah. So right now I just have the U. So it's definitely one of those things where it's like, eventually I'm gonna work on the unknowns. How long have I been at it? So I had not really been into, like, did shiny hunting a little bit in Go just for the fun of it. when they were like started releasing the shinies into the game. I never really was into never really did a lot of shiny hunting before Go, just because I'd actually never gotten a shiny in the mainline game before. When BDSP came out, I did get a shiny, my first full odd shiny in there. I got a Crobat, not a Crobat. I got a Golbat that I evolved into a Crobat and used for my playthrough. So that kind of started me on the, ooh, I want to start collecting shinies. So when PLA came out and it became so much easier to shiny hunt, that's what really started me on the, I'm going to try to specifically hunt down some shinies. So I kind of started there. And then when Scarlet and Violet came out and they made it so easy to shiny hunt, that really kicked it up. Like, I'd done a little bit of shiny hunting in Dynamax Adventures in Sword and Shield, but really didn't ever have good luck with shinies in that game. Literally, the first shiny I found in a non-Dynamax adventure was a random Grimmsnarl that I found literally the day before Scarlet and Violet came out, that I was just like, this is my first just random shiny in this game. And it was just, I was like, okay, that's weird. So that definitely kind of kickstarted my, ooh, I like shinies, I'm gonna try to get them. And then once shiny hunting really started in here, once I started actually being able to find shinies and hunt them, then it was all over. So I would say I really started on my, like, actually trying to hunt down shinies probably about 2 years now, 2.5 years. What's my favorite shiny? Oh, there's so many good ones. That's such a difficult question. Like, I think for classic simplicity, I really love Umbreon shiny, just because I really love it's such a classic color combination. Like, it's such an iconic shiny. So I think that one really stands out to me as like, ooh, I like this shiny. But there's so many shinies that I think are really cool, that it makes it really hard to choose one. My sandwich is up. That's fine. I can do another one. And what was my longest hunt? Ooh. What was my longest hunt? In a mainline game, so not counting Pokemon Go, because those are kind of restricted to events, I would say, what was it? Cramorant. Cramorant was my nightmare. I did 6 different Cramorant outbreaks and 6 different attempts at Cramorant outbreaks and had no Cramorant luck. That bird just hated me. And so when they had them spawn for the event, I was like, you know what? I'm using this as my chance. So it took a couple of sandwiches, but I did finally get a Cramorant. And then, of course, I think it was 2 streams ago, I was just running through the game trying to get from one outbreak to another and sitting right, and didn't even have a sparkling sandwich going, and sitting right there is another shiny Cramorant. And I'm just like, I spent hours hunting this bird. And it was just sitting there. So that's Cramorant mocked me. And that's probably, that bird had a personal grudge. So yeah, that was probably my longest and most frustrating hunt. How about you? Which one's your favorite and which one's taken you the longest? Yeah, it is a derp. It is an absolute derp, and it just mocked me. It really just, it did not want to be nice to me at all, and went out of its way to make my life miserable, is what I've learned. It just did not want me to have anything nice in this world. So yeah, that Cramorant was just, it's evil. But I've definitely had some hunts where I'm holding on to them because I tried, like, I did one of my earlier streams, I did, what was it? I went for Torkoal, and we did, during the stream, 3 sandwiches attempting to get this Torkoal, and nothing. It became a joke at that point because I could not get the Torkoal to spawn, but I got the entire Roly-Poly line. It was just like, so that's gonna spawn, but I can't get Torkoal to spawn. and it was just frustrating. It was comedic but frustrating. So at some point I'm going to have a revenge stream and a redemption stream so I can try to get it back, because that turtle will evade me not much longer. I will fight that turtle. But it's sometimes certain Pokemon are just like, yes, I will spawn for you, and others are just like, nope, not gonna happen. Did you have any that were specifically frustrating to try to hunt, or ones that you've been trying to hunt like in DA that you haven't been able to get? Okay, I got the encounter power. Let's, ooh, I need to leave, nah. I need to leave. Primal Groudon, yes. The, that, it's like, yeah, the gold is really cool. Like, the yellow color is really cool on that one. I do like how it ends up looking in its primal form. Though I do agree, that Sapphire was my first, of that generation. Mine was also Sapphire. I had them both, but Sapphire was the first one I played. And I have upset Zinsk with my sandwich. Ooh, okay, so Totodile, that's 3 years. Wow, that is a long hunt. I will give you that. I don't think I've had any that have gone quite that long. So that's definitely an impressive time to stick with it. 'Cause that's definitely that's a long time. Yeah, so besides like Outbreak bad luck, the only other one that was amount of time that took forever was before they had announced the DLC for Scarvi. I was doing Masuda Method on Cinderace and Scorbunny and Charmander, and the Cinderace took over 1,000. I have a couple that have been really long ones. So the Cinderace took over 1,000, like over like 1,200 or 1,500 eggs, and the Charmander I gave up at like almost 2,000 or almost like 1,700 because I was like, I can't do this anymore. And then it ended up coming out in the DLC anyways, and I didn't need to. And you found and went on a flight and screamed on the plane. Oh my gosh, yeah, I've definitely had those reactions in public where I'm like, oh my god, finally, and then everyone stares at me. I'm like, well, that was an outburst. So that's exciting though that you found it. That's such a good shiny too. Say for reset methods, because like it really depends on the game. Like I feel like in Scarlet and Violet, it takes less time, or the hunts that take time in here are significantly less when it comes to raid than it is for some other ones in some other games, like some other methods where it's like those you might be doing the same reset for days and days and days. So that happened with me for I was doing the Swords of Justice in Sword and Shield, and one of them I was able to get, I think it was Cobalion I got after, no, Virizion I got after about 500 or 600 resets. Cobalion I lost count after about 2,000. And Terrakion after about 300 I gave up because I couldn't do it after Cobalion. So I'm gonna go back to doing that eventually, but I couldn't keep doing it because it was the same week, and I was like, no, I'm done. And yeah, he does look like a little Wildberry Pop Dart. He is so cute. It is a good shiny. Like they really did a good job in that generation being like, hey, look at this fun mechanic. We have shinies. Look how cute they are. So I feel like that generation especially has some really cute shinies. Come on, Torchics. Just give me even one more. Yeah, I agree completely. I'm very over trying to go for things full odds. It's not worth it. It's, yeah, it just takes so much time, and the chances of it are so low. I feel like there's so many ways to reduce the odds or improve your odds of finding a shiny, that it's almost not even worth it to try to go for full odds and just wait for if the game has the shiny charm, or for the shiny charm, or trying to do it through Dynamax Adventures with the shiny charm, or it's like, yeah, significantly increase your chance of that 1 in 100. So it definitely, I feel, is better to try to hunt things with the improved shiny odds, and it's not worth it trying to even go for full odds. It's just there's so many ways to reduce it, and that's why I like doing things with sandwiches and outbreaks in Scarlet and Violet, because I can't even imagine even just looking at overworld shinies. Let's pretend that some of the older games had overworld shinies. I can't imagine trying to overworld shiny without something to improve the odds, without sandwiches or any of that. Like, I think about how tough it is to find shinies in PLA, where even if you get the outbreak, which does improve your shiny odds, I feel like it's still not as good as in Scarlet and Violet, and you can't control which outbreaks you get, which makes it even more frustrating. I think, yeah, adrenaline and endorphin, I think both of those are good, where it's like the adrenaline rush of, I'm gonna do the thing, I'm hunting this shiny, and then that endorphin of, oh my gosh, I found it. Like, I definitely have, I feel like some of my full odd shinies are the ones I have the most, like, excitement and pride on, because I'm like, oh my gosh, I got a full odd shiny, like, this is wild. But I definitely would not do it willingly. I think back, like, I don't have a ton of full odd shinies. I got a couple in Scarlet when the game first came out, before I got the shiny charm, just when I was doing my playthrough. And then, like I said, my first full odds was in BDSP. And then I went back and I was playing through X and Y, because the X and Y came out in that, like, little bit of time where I didn't have a DS, and I just wasn't playing as many video games, so I never played X and Y. So I went back and played them a couple years ago, and during my playthrough, like, before I even got to the 3rd gym, I had a shiny Chatot, and I was, like, staring at it, and I was just sitting there like, that is another one. I was sitting there staring at it like, that's not the normal, because I didn't look at the screen. I wasn't looking at my screen. I was looking away, and I looked down. I'm like, that's not the normal color of Chatot, right? Like, I'm not going crazy. So yeah, and it was very exciting. I was so excited to have that shiny Chatot, like, and having it have the mark for that gen. But I was like, nope, I would not willingly go hunting these games. Like, it's not worth the headache on that. Do you have a shiny that you're like, this is my dream shiny, I haven't gotten it yet, but I'm gonna get it eventually? Zinsk has a lot of strong feelings when my sandwich isn't exactly line up to to the stoplight. I tried so hard, Zinsk, but it was too many red peppers. It was so many red peppers. So we got the 2nd chicken. Let's see if we can get a 3rd. Let's see if we can go for the full family. I would love if I was able to get that full family of chickens, because that would be wonderful. Go away. Go away. I want to give me your shiny family members. We can do it. We can finish out a family. Chickens do like chaos. We've determined this, Zinsk. Chickens love chaos. And so therefore, the Chaos Traffic Light is exactly their speed. They're going to be 100% on board with the Chaos Traffic Light. Just like we've determined that monkeys like puns, chickens like chaos. We have to figure out what bacon likes, what I almost said pumpkins. They're not pumpkins. What Tepig likes, what pigs like, because Full Odds Arceus. Yeah, that's definitely a tough hunt, and I wish you luck on that one, because that's definitely not a fun one to try to go for. Like, it'll be exciting if you get it, but it's definitely not an easy hunt. I don't want to get the shiny charm. You don't like the game. That's valid. It's the shiny charm there. Yeah. It definitely is not worth trying to go through the migraine sometimes for some of the older games, some of the other games, especially BDSP is just. I'm not looking forward to having to do some hunting in BDSP. Well, luckily there's not too much that I need that's in that game that's not in others, but I'm sure there's some out there that I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna have to hunt this. Yes, you do have your tiny little chicken. Oh yeah, shiny charm BDSP wouldn't even help with Arceus, so it's not even worth it. Yeah. Because the shiny charm has such weird rules for what it counts for. Yeah, it only counts for eggs. I hate the shiny charm in BDSP. Yeah, I'm doing a video on like different shiny methods and best ways to like shiny hunting methods. And yeah, I forgot I've already filmed the episode, like the first episode. I have to finish editing it and load it. And I do talk about with BDSP the stupid shiny charm not being like the other games. No, it's not worth it. Yeah, the game, they really hated us with that game. Like, I understand why they released it before they released Arceus, but I'm not thrilled at some of the stuff, the choices they made with it. Yeah, there's some weird things that the shiny charm does and doesn't count for in different games, so it definitely doing the research on the shiny, arbitrary some of the shiny charm rules are and what it applies to and doesn't apply to. So it's definitely been weird because like it applies to. Are you gonna attack? Thank you. Like looking at things like Sword and Shield, it'll apply to like Dynamax adventures have a certain rate inherently, and the shiny charm doesn't count towards raids, or like in here in Scarlet and Violet, the shiny charm doesn't count towards your stagnant encounters. It doesn't count for the Terra Pokemon in the wild. So it's like it's so weird what it does and doesn't count for. So I definitely am like, I feel like sometimes there's arbitrary, like, no, that one, it does not count for that one Pokemon specifically does not count for. And Arceus was a great game. What they did with Arceus, I think they did a fantastic job. Oh, Meowth was in the bedroom. Hi, Meowth. Yeah, with Arceus, they did such a good job with creating a Pokemon game that was different than the mainline games, but still fit in really nicely. That wasn't just the same mechanics. Like, I don't get me wrong, I love the Pokemon games, obviously. The Pokemon games have been a huge part of my life. Having something a little bit different where you can be like, okay, no, it's a little bit more danger of like, hey, no, I'm the one that's going to go trying to catch these Pokemon, and I have to run around. So I'm excited to see what they do with ZA, because they have we know that they played with that model in Arceus and then came over to here and expanded on Overworld and such, and I'm really hoping that they're going to continue to improve on it in ZA. So I'm excited. I know we haven't heard any news, and I'm chomping at the bit because I want them to give us something. I feel like we're way overdue for some sort of news on ZA. So I'm hoping they'll release something soon. And that's one thing that I do miss. The that they did not add to this was the shiny sound, because I could use that sometimes. I feel like I've run past so many shinies that I should have noticed looking at you, Slowpoke. Yeah, ZA is going to be good. We know nothing about it, but ZA is going to be good. And I'm hoping if they do the same thing that they did with Arceus, excuse you, that's a presumptuous little nugget. Excuse you, what the heck was that? That was rude. Go away. So if they do what they did with PLA and have all the Pokemon from that gen appear, then maybe I'll have the ability to get shiny Furfrou in all of its forms. Maybe. I'm hoping. Because that would make my life so much easier. But I'm excited for whatever they do with ZA. I know it's going to be good, so I'm very excited. Do you have any theories on what you think the starters are going to be for it? I know there's so many theories out there on what the starters might end up being for it, but I always love hearing people's theories. Where? Chickens? Chickens, where are you? Come back. That's one chicken, two chicken. That's not a lot of chickens. I require more chaos chickens, please. Come on. I just want to finish out the family. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna be curious to see, because I know there's been a lot of like rumors, and like I know that on Twitter some of the people that have done like Riddler has done a lot of really good leaks in the past, so I'm gonna be curious to see what, because usually the leaks are a little bit cryptic, obviously, with Riddler puts things in kind of more riddles forms, but I'm gonna be interested to see what ends up coming out of some of the rumors that have come out of it. So I'm intrigued. I am definitely intrigued with what they're going to end up doing. I just want news. I just need them to give me something. I want a clip of play. I want starters. Give me something. Give me something. Come on, little Torchics. You can do it. You can be shiny. One more shiny. That's all I'm asking for. Alton. Alton, I need you to keep fighting the non-shinies. Oh, ow. In my corner. One more remote raid. Good luck. Good luck. I logged into Pogo for like a brief moment earlier and then have not been back in much today. I saw the new event started, and I saw they announced the holiday event, which I am very excited for, because even though I have the shiny Citadel in my home already, I would love to have one and go. I like shiny Citadel. Shiny Citadel's cute. But also, Wooloo in cute Christmas sweaters. I am a sucker for whenever they put out Pokemon in cute outfits. I don't know what it is, but Pokemon in cute outfits just gets me every time. Like, yes, I will collect 1 million of each Pikachu in a hat. I don't care. Pikachu in the hat, yes. Costume de Dene. Costume de Dene I'm excited for. The fact that we're gonna get the more sheeps and hats and sweaters, and I'm excited at Pokemon Sleep they're giving us Eevee and Christmas in like a Santa hat. Like, am I gonna be able to do anything with Pokemon Sleep? Like, I can't move them to go, I can't move them to home. I don't care. Eevees and hats, Pikachus and hats, give them all to me. I don't care. It's the cuteness overload. That was me with Unite. It was just every time there was a new outfit in Unite, I'm just like, this is the cutest thing in existence. I love it. Yes, the Biker Snorlax. I wasn't able to get a shiny, but I did get a couple of the Biker Snorlaxes during the event because I thought they were really cool. I just love when they give us fun outfits. Nice, yeah. I like when they give us themes, and like, yeah, I know there's 1 million Pikachus and hats, and like I said, I will always collect Pikachus and hats, but I like when they give us some diversity, like the Snorlaxes and the biker jackets, or the Dedenes that are coming out, or whatever they just, when they add non-Pikachu ones, it makes me happy because I just, as much as I love all the Pikachus and hats, I also am aware that I have probably over 100 different Pikachus and hats in my Go, and it's taking up a lot of space, and because you can't move them to home, they just kind of sit there, and I'm like, what do I do with these? Ooh, an extra small costume Dedenne. That would be really cute. Do we know if they're shiny locked in the costumes? We'll have to check that, because if you can get an extra small costumed shiny, that'd be so good. We'll have to check to see if they're shiny locked in the costume. I have the worst luck, and I have 0 Shundos. I have a ton of shinies and a ton of hundos. I have, I think, I have a lot of hundos, but I have had the worst luck when it comes to Shundos. I don't know what I have done to offend the Shundo gods. I have yet to get a Shundo, and I don't understand why. Because I do these events, like if I look at it, hold on, we're gonna pause for a second. If I look at it, if I look at just my shinies, I have 786 shinies in home, or in Go. And then if I go look at my hundos, I have 101 hundos, but I have no shundos. And I feel like with 101 hundos, one of those should be shiny, right? You would think that, but no. And I don't know what I have done to offend the Shundo gods, because they do not like me. Ooh, my egg's hatching. No, are you anything decent? Like, not that I need an Inkay. No, you are not even good. Goodbye. Transfer. I open, and of course everything was like, you have eggs that you're hatching. I'm like, I'm aware. Ooh. Hey, Rich. Welcome to the shiny hunt. Right now we are, we're trying to find me one more fried chicken. And yeah, I got very unlucky when it came to Shundos, for sure. Like I said, I've had great luck with hundos, but my Shundo luck is not there. One day it'll be there, and I'm hoping it'll be something really good, and I will be very excited. You give me luck? Thank you. I appreciate that. I will take your luck. Oh yeah, Lowland Sandslash. I knew that one. And the Banette, yep. I did not know about the Banette. The Lowland Sandslash always makes me laugh. Yeah, I keep hoping that maybe like one of my lucky trades will get it. Nope, no luck with that. So Eventually. Eventually I will get there, and I will get that Shundo. The answer is obviously my game is waiting for, like, the shiny starters from Gen 9 to come out, because I would absolutely take a Shundo Fuecoco or a Shundo Sprigatito. So obviously, the universe is just waiting for that, right? Right? Oh, that's... Yeah, your sister can't complain. Your sister's the one who has, like, a perfect Mew, so... Or doesn't she have a Shundo Mew? Not even just a perfect Mew. Doesn't your sister have a Shundo Mew? So, I don't think your sister can complain about the Banette. That's what it was. Perfect Mew. I knew she had a perfect... I thought it was... For some reason I thought it was the event shiny, but no, that's... Yeah, the perfect Mew, the perfect... Your sister gets all the perfect looks for the legendaries. Yeah, shiny Mega Banette is pretty sweet. Alton, I know you're getting tired of chicken, but we just need one more. We just need one more shiny chicken, one more sparkly chicken, and then we can be done with chicken for a while. You can do it, Alton. I have faith in you. Yeah, we need my little pepper to show up first, though. Unfortunately, we don't have the shiny pepper in the game yet, but we will get there. We will get there eventually. Then again, we haven't even gotten the Gen 8 shinies yet, so... Or at least the Gen 8 shinies for the starters. So I feel like they're going to give us the Gen 8 ones before they give us the Gen 9 shinies. So, I think I have a little bit to wait. Throwing it out there for the future. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. It's just, the universe has been mocking me with the shiny Fuecoco because in sleep, I've gotten a shiny Sprigatito in sleep, I've gotten a shiny Quaxley in sleep, and I've yet to get a shiny Fuecoco. And I'm like, why is the universe mocking me like this? Why are we mocking me with my baby? Delayed glitter timer. Yes, I have, for a second, I have Cherish and Love, I have Luxury, I have Nest, I have Heal, and, turn the camera slightly so you can see it, and I have Friend over there. So I have 6 so far, but I'm working on collecting the rest, so I'm gonna get there eventually. It's been something I've been working on collecting and asking for holidays, so hopefully eventually I'll be getting some more to put back there. But yeah, I've really enjoyed collecting them, and they're really cool. Like, I like they're just heavy, nice display pieces, so it's definitely been a nice thing. The quality on them is impressive. Like, I've been very impressed with the quality. And they just released my favorite that I informed my husband that I needed. I didn't care how I got it, but I needed it for Christmas. So, which is the Beast Ball, because I love the design of the Beast Ball. So hopefully, fingers crossed, that I will have a Beast Ball to add to that shelf in a couple of weeks. Those are up there. Like, the Luxury Ball is one of my favorites. I love the Friend Ball. And, the Net Ball is my husband's favorite, so I got that one for him. And the Cherish and the Love Ball was actually kind of a funny... It was before I had never collected any of them before, and for Valentine's Day a couple of years ago, I got my husband the love ball for Valentine's Day. And on Valentine's Day, I hand him his gift, and he looks at me, and he starts laughing, and he's like, I really hope we didn't get the same one. I was like, what? And he hands me the Cherish Ball. So, yeah, that's when I started collecting them, which was my husband and I giving each other the Love and Cherish Ball. So, that kind of started the collection. So, I'm trying to work on collecting all of them as they come out. There's obviously some that are really hard to get, like the Master Ball is basically impossible to get at this point, but I'm hoping they'll re-release it eventually. How the story get even cuter. Yeah, my husband's a big Pokemon fan, so we both have really just enjoyed Pokemon. We both got into it as like a hobby, as we both obviously loved it before we even knew each other, but it's kind of been a hobby we've shared. We both do competitive, though he does more competitive and I do more shiny hunting sides of it, but I do enjoy competitive, and I'll help him hunt some shinies for his or trade him some shinies for his team if he wants some shinies on his team when he does his when he's trying to build his. So it's been nice being able to share something like that. So cats are named after Team Rocket. Like, we have 5 cats and they're all named after Team Rocket. Yeah, so we do VGC. So we recently got into it last year. So we've done a couple of regionals, but haven't been able to do as many as we would like just because of life getting in the way. But we're looking at doing some more come next spring. We did one a couple of months ago. We did the Baltimore Regional a couple of months ago. But we're hoping to be able to do some more come spring and into next year. So that's kind of been where we've been at. But yeah, both doing VGC for the most part. I've looked at doing like Go, but the meta in Go does not, like, I can understand the meta in VGC. The meta in Go does not make sense to me. I can't get a grasp on it. So I've just avoided that. And thank you. I appreciate that. It's been fun. Oh no, I think my sandwich ended. So unfortunately, is my sandwich? I did not expect my Spanish to end that quickly. Okay, that time flew. So unfortunately, that sandwich did end. We are now surrounded by little foxes. None of you are shiny, which is okay. But I am going to wrap the stream for tonight, just because I just realized what time it was, and I probably should, take a breath and decompress before I have to go to sleep. But thank you all so much for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. I've had a lot of fun. We managed to get 2 Torchics, so we'll continue the hunt next time. If you haven't already, definitely make sure to give the stream a like and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more content. I really appreciate everyone that has helped me grow and hung in with as I've tried to figure everything out. So thank you all so much, and I will see you all next time. Stay shiny.